Gary, club's announced a signing this morning. Alex Davey, tell me about him.
Well, he was with us, wasn't he, a couple of weeks ago, and we made him an offer, and like all the players, they need to go and talk to the families and the girlfriends and etc. because it's a big move for some of them, and it's an opportunity for Alex to knuckle down somewhere and belong somewhere, and of course we like him as a player. It needs a little bit of work fitness wise, but it won't take too much because he's generally a fit lad, and he gives us that sort of right centre back, right back, and also he can play as a deep line midfielder if ever we use one. Yeah, so we're delighted that he's come. It's another part of our squad because, as you can see, we've been getting quite a lot of injuries, and it's a good job we've got a squad that is big enough, hopefully, to cope with the injury problem that we got, the injury situation. It's not terrible, but it's, if it gets worse, we need the numbers.
And what was it about his style of play and what he can do in a game that sort of made you think, yeah, we'll offer him something?
Yeah, he's a footballer, and we're trying to play a little bit ourselves now. The boys are looking okay in the last 3 or 4 games as far as passing football's concerned and creating opportunities. As long as we just need to start putting them away. But sometimes you need that first assured pass out from the back that gets you going, and he's definitely got that. He's got a bit of pace, 6'3", good height. There was a few clubs after him, but we managed to convince him that this is the place to improve your football enough to be able to go from Chelsea's system, if you like, where everybody's all very good footballers, but it's not too much like the second division, and you have to second divisionify them, and I think he can do that and wants to do that because he sees it as an opportunity for his career.
And is that the squad full now? Is that the budget sort of at the max?
I haven't asked, I don't ask. It's not some of the signings are not expensive, some of them are a little bit more, this ain't your Man United move sort of thing, but I'll help you get your Man United move. And so some people see it like that. But no, the board have been terrific really in backing all the decisions we've made, because all the decisions we make, I talk to the board anyway about it, and we make them together.
You mentioned centre-half injury problems. How are the situations there with the ones who aren't quite as long-term as Jordan Forster?
They're okay. So Grimes is fit now, as you saw. Boyley did very well in the Gloucester Cup game the other day, so he's buzzing and looking for a start again. So no, that's okay. That's recovered. Unfortunately, we lost Gordon, Janai Gordon. He's got a knee injury that might be a couple of months. So we're disappointed with that because he did well when he came on the other night or the other day, and so yeah, we just got to look after him and hope he comes back fully fit in a couple of months' time.
And the County Cup game, you had a young Aussie at right back. How's he progressing?
He's progressing well. He's one for the future. Downsy's mixing 2 roles now, doing a bit of coaching, doing a little bit of playing. It sort of helps us out when we need to. I mean, in his own head, I'm sure that he wants to keep pushing, and while it's in his head, then we'll keep it in our head. But if he comes through and it goes well, and we have to use him as a player on any occasion, then we'll look at it.
Accrington Stanley, 3rd in the table. A lot of people wouldn't expect them to be up there. Presumably, not too much of a surprise for you, though.
No, they're a good football team. They are a good football team. John's put a decent group of lads together that can pass the ball, and Billy Key's going well at the minute. 2 dangerous lads up front with Key and Jackson, and 2 good wingers, probably 2 of the better wingers in the league in Clark and McConville. As I say, McCluskey, that's someone else. McConville, yeah. We've got to be aware that they're up there for a reason. But we've got to prove to ourselves and to everyone else that we can put in an away performance like we have done at Newport, Yeovil without scoring. That we've got to go there and put in that sort of performance, but getting on the end of one.
And managers always want more from their players. Presumably, the demand there is, right, make this one win a run now.
Yes, you got to always start with one win, and then it becomes a run a bit later on after about 3 or something. But yeah, that's what we're after. And if we can, we got 2 difficult games, of course, 2 teams that are up there, Accrington and Mansfield next. The boys we've had a good week. We've tried to work them and rest them at the same time. I know it sounds a bit, one or the other it should be, but we try to do both, and hopefully we'll be full of running when it comes to Saturday.
And the dubious goals committee have awarded the second goal from Saturday to Mo Issa. In a way, did he need a goal? Could that be good for him?
It's very good for him. If you get, we all didn't mind who got it, to be fair, but there's been a bit of banter around the dressing room and the dining hall all week. At least they put it to bed now, which is good, and he should be pleased because he's adamant that it was his. They didn't fall out over it, by the way. Not that I've seen, anyway. They're probably going to kick him this morning, but they've both done really well. Dawson's got his goals as well, and it's always nice for a striker to get a goal. I wanted one off his backside, didn't I? But as it turned out, it come off his chest, so I'll accept that as well.